Hello everyone, myself Dr. Syed Abrar. Today we will demonstrate the scapula bone. We will see the scapula under the different headings. This is scapula starting from the introduction, general features, side determination, muscle attachment, ossification. Last is the applied anatomy. In introduction, this is the thin bone placed on the posterolateral aspect of the thoracic cage. It has two surfaces. This is the postal surface. This one is the dorsal surface. Three borders. This is the superior border. This one is the medial border. This one is the lateral border. Three angles. This one is the superior angle. This is the inferior angle. This one is the lateral angle or glenoid angle. And processes, it has three processes. This one is the spinous process, this is the acromion process, this one is the coracoid process. Then general features: surface, postal surface or subscapular fossa, which is concave, directed medially forward. It has three longitudinal ridges. Another thick ridge adjoins the lateral border, which is almost rod-like and acts as a lever for the action of serratus anterior in overhead abduction of the arm. This one is the dorsal surface, which is convex, divided by the spine of scapula. This one is the spine of scapula into supraspinous fossa, which is smaller, and larger infraspinous fossa. Then the borders, this is the superior border or upper border, which is short and thin. At the lateral part of this border, it has a notch known as suprascapular notch. This one is the lateral border, which is thick at the upper part of it represents the infraglenoid tubercle. Lateral border extends from lateral angle to the inferior angle. This one is the medial border, which is also thin, extending from superior angle to the inferior angle. Angles: this is the superior angle, which is covered by the trapezius muscle. This one is the inferior angle, which is covered by latissimus dorsi muscle. It moves forward around the chest during the abduction of the arm. This is the lateral angle or glenoid angle, which bears a glenoid cavity. This glenoid cavity is directed laterally forward and slightly upward. And processes: this is the spinous process or spine. It has two surfaces. This one is the upper surface, below is the lower surface, and it has three borders. Posterior border is known as crest of the spine. It has upper lip and the lower lip. At the lateral part of root of the spine, it has notch known as spinoglenoid notch, which connects the supraspinous fossa with the infraspinous fossa, like this. This one is the acromion process. Acromion process has two borders. This one is the medial border. This is the lateral border. Two surfaces. This one is the superior surface. Coracoid process, which is beak-like or crow's beak, like this. It has two borders. This one is the medial border. This one is the lateral border. Two surfaces: superior surface, inferior surface. Side determination: side to which scapula belongs is determined by the three features. This lateral angle or glenoid angle is directed laterally. Lateral border is thick. Postal surface is concave. Dorsal surface is convex. which is divided by the spine of scapula into smaller supraspinous fossa and a larger infraspinous fossa. Like this is the anatomical position of the scapula. So this bones belongs to right side. And the muscle attachment, multipinnate subscapularis arises from medial 2/3 of the subscapular fossa. Then the supraspinatus arises from medial 2/3 of supraspinous fossa. Infraspinous fossa gives origin to the infraspinatus muscle. Lower border of the crest of the spine and lateral border of the acromion process gives origin to the deltoid muscle. Upper border of the crest of the spine and medial border of the acromion process gives insertion to the trapezius muscle. This is the medial border. Attachments of the medial border, there are insertions of the muscle. On the costal aspect of the medial border, there is insertion of the serratus anterior by the 8 digitation. 1 digitation from superior angle to the root of spine, 2 digitations to the medial border, and 5 digitations to the inferior angle. On the dorsal aspect of the medial border, there are insertions of the 3 muscles. One, that is the levator scapulae, is inserted from superior angle to the root of spine. This is the root of spine. Opposite to the root of spine, there is an insertion of rhomboideus minor muscle. From root of spine to the inferior angle, there is a insertion of rhomboideus major muscle. On the dorsal aspect of the lateral border, there are origin of 2 muscles. In the upper 2/3 of the lateral border, it gives origin to teres minor muscle. Lower 1/3 of the lateral border on the dorsal aspect gives origin to teres major muscle. This is the supraglenoid tubercle. Supraglenoid tubercle gives origin to long head of the bicep brachii. Short head of the bicep brachii arises from lateral part of the tip of the coracoid process. Medial part of the tip of the coracoid process gives origin to coracobrachialis. Long head of the tricep brachii arises from infraglenoid tubercle. Medial border and superior surface of the coracoid process gives insertion to pectoralis minor muscle. Inferior belly of omohyoid arises from upper border near the suprascapular notch. These are the muscle attachments. There are the different ligaments attached to the scapula. There are capsule of the shoulder joint, which is attached to the margins of the glenoid cavity. Like this is the articulation of the humerus with the scapula. This margin of the glenoid cavity and gives attachment to capsule of the shoulder joint and the glenoidal labrum. Here there is attachment of glenoidal labrum. Second is the coracoclavicular ligament. This is the clavicle, which is attached, articulating with the acromion process. Coracoclavicular ligament, like this. Here there is a attachment of coracoclavicular ligament, like this. This superior part gives attachment to trapezoid part and conoid part near the root. This medial part or facet on the acromion process gives attachment to acromioclavicular joint, like this. Then coracohumeral ligament is attached to the root of the coracoid process to the humerus. Coracohumeral ligament. Another ligament is the coracoacromial ligament, which is attached to the lateral border of the coracoid process to the tip of medial aspect of the acromion process. Like this is the attachment of coracoacromial ligament. Then there is one ligament which bridges the suprascapular notch like this, by which it is converted into the foramen. Suprascapular nerve passes through the foramen and suprascapular vessel passes above the ligament. There is another ligament known as spinoglenoid ligament. This is the spine of the scapula to the glenoid cavity. Like this is the spinoglenoid ligament. Suprascapular vessel and the nerve passes deep to the spinoglenoid ligament. Ossification. It ossifies from one primary center and 7 secondary center. One primary center near the glenoid cavity, 7 secondary centers, one for the center of the coracoid process, which appears at the age of 1 year, fuses by the 15 year. This second center known as subcoracoid center, just below the coracoid process is the subcoracoid center, which appears at the age of 10th year, fuses by 16 to 18 year. Two center for acromion process, one center for lower 2/3 of margin of the glenoid cavity, one center for the medial border, and last 7th center for the inferior angle. These appears at the age of puberty, fuses by the 25 year. Lastly is the applied anatomy. In applied anatomy, there is a winging of scapula due to paralysis of serratus anterior, in which there is undue prominence of the medial border, so that arm cannot be abducted beyond 90 degrees. We will summarize the scapula first. This is the thin bone. It has two surfaces, costal surface. This one is the dorsal surface divided by the spine into supraspinous and infraspinous fossa. It has three borders: superior border, medial border, lateral border. Three processes: spinous process, acromion process, coracoid process. Three angles: superior angle, inferior angle, lateral angle, or the glenoid angle. Side determination: lateral angle or glenoid fossa is directed laterally. Lateral border is thick. Costal surface is concave. Dorsal surface is convex. These are the 3 points of the side determination. Then the muscle attachment: subscapular fossa or costal surface gives origin to subscapularis muscle. Supraspinous fossa gives origin to supraspinatus muscle. Infraspinatus fossa gives origin to infraspinatus muscle. This lower border of the crest and lateral border of the acromion gives origin to deltoid. Upper border of the crest of the spine and medial border of the acromion gives insertion to the trapezius muscle. Okay. Attachment on the medial border. On the costal aspect, medial border gives insertion to the serratus anterior by the 8 digitations. On the dorsal aspect, there are insertion of 3 muscles. From superior angle to the root of spine, there is an insertion of levator scapulae. Opposite to the root of spine, there is an insertion of rhomboideus minor. From root of spine to the inferior angle, there is an insertion of rhomboideus major muscle. On the dorsal aspect of the lateral border, there are origin of 2 muscles. Upper 2/3 of the lateral border gives origin to teres minor muscle. Lower 1/3 gives origin to teres major muscle. This superior border near the suprascapular notch gives origin to inferior belly of omohyoid, and there are the 6 ligaments attached to the scapula. These are glenoid cavity or capsule to the glenoid cavity. There is a margins of the gives attachment to the capsule of shoulder joint and glenoidal labrum. Margin of the acromial process gives attachment to acromioclavicular ligament. Coracoid process to the acromion process, there is attachment of coracoacromial ligament. Coracoid process to the clavicle, there is attachment of coracoclavicular ligament. Coracoid process to the humerus, there is attachment of coracohumeral ligament. And there is one transverse ligament which bridges suprascapular notch is the transverse ligament or suprascapular ligament. This sphenoglenoid notch, there is attachment of sphenoglenoid ligament. Hope you understand this. Those who are new to my channel, please like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.